Hi all, Hipper here. So today I'm checking out the Colbert and I'm doing another video on this kind of very risky playstyle here where I start the game by shooting into the air to become spotted and thereby making me like a glowing target for everyone on the red team. And there's a few reasons for that. Like, first reason is obviously to lure a lot of the red ones over here on this flank here so they don't go into the middle. Because I know I can handle 3 or 4 red ships over here, but I don't know what my teammates can handle in there in the middle, because I have no idea how good they are at the game. So it's always better for you to take on more enemies, at least in the beginning, so that way they won't be, bothering your teammates who could be, new at the game. You don't know that, and that's usually the case. So you can see here, the destroyer running away immediately over here on my flank, and the battleship is also about to make a very wide turn towards the back of the map, and yeah, they're not really much help. So all we have to do over here now is just waste these ships' time, and if we can cap, of course, that's perfect. If we can't, then we just make sure that the enemies can't cap, because if we got 3 ships over here, and that's what you should have over on one flank. But as you can see, I'm only 1 ship. I do have battleship backup, but he's very far away, and he will be even further away in a minute or so. So with this play here, like if you have a very agile commander and you're good at agile cruisers, because this works particularly well with agile cruisers, because you're going to be tanking a lot, because you're going to, obviously attract a lot of attention. And you see over here we have a Soyuz and we have 2 Colberts over here, and that's of course not ideal. But like I said in the beginning, we'll just do the best we can over here and not give up the flank. Because this flank here is critical. If you give up this flank here on this map, you're going to lose, because this island I'm sitting here next to here, the one inside the cap, it's so valuable. And it allows you to make so many interesting plays over here. So if you just give up the flank, like the battleship has done and the destroyer has done, the destroyer is going to the B cap, which is already getting capped. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't he stay here and spot for me? Like, he is spotting a little bit, but that's not really on purpose. That's just because he's lucky. So this spot here would be better in a Minotaur, because then you have torpedoes. And I do have this Tier 8 battleship here that's a bit of a problem. The Colberts aren't that much of a problem, because they don't have torpedoes either. And they are, not the sturdiest of ships. So all we have to do is just make sure they don't cap, and then, do as much damage as we possibly can, and perhaps sink a few of the guys over here. And doing it this way here, we attracted 3 ships over here, and I'm just 1 ship holding them all back. I mean, my friendly battleship here, I don't know, like he's 13 kilometers away from me. That means he's about 20 kilometers away from the enemy. So that's useless. So the Colbert is making a move, and we'll just load some AP here. And I don't know who's shooting HE at him, but yeah, not ideal. Anyway, and just don't show broadside in this situation here. You'll be able to easily take out these Colberts. And look, that guy didn't have an agile build. It took him ages to turn, and that got me a devastating strike on him. So yeah, I don't understand people who don't play agile Colberts, because that is the ship's strength, really. It doesn't do anything else very well. So there's another Colbert around here, and of course there's the battleship as well. So they're contesting the cap, so I can't leave the cap. I'll have to sit here and keep them occupied. And like I said, I'm 1 ship, taking like the time and effort of 3 red ships, giving my other 8 players a better chance of winning, because they're only facing 6 ships compared to their 8. Now, if my battleship over here, if he was just a little bit better at positioning, because, okay, fine, if you're going to leave the cap, then leave the cap, at least be useful somewhere else. But sitting that far away from, the battle, and not going to help somewhere else, I mean, we are 5 minutes into the game now, and he's just been useless the whole 5 minutes, done nothing. I don't even think he's fired a shot yet. That's just really poor battleship play right there. But anyway, the Colbert is sneaking up, and you can see the Soyuz as well. So I don't want them to, take the, initiative here. I want to be in control. So that's why I'm going to reposition here, because I can see they're going to, try to come around the corner and catch me in a sneaky way. Because this guy here has battleship support. Like, what a luxury. Like, but I will have battleship support now, not because my battleship layer is good, but because I am pushing these, well, dragging these ships here up towards him. And that's also why I'm going the way I'm going here. And then another broadside, Colbert. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, that is not the way to play this ship here, that is for sure. So that's the second Colbert devastating strike right there. And the Soyuz is going for me, so I can't get away now. So I'm going to have to turn around before he comes around that little ice block there. And I also don't want him to cap. And I have to do it quickly, because I don't want to be broadside once you come around that corner there. And then hopefully, by doing this, I can get close to him. And like the battleship shoots when he's bow on. Why not wait? Anyway, I want him close to me so I can zoom around him and trick his turrets and then get behind him and then just take him out really. And then if I'm lucky, maybe my battleship will get a good hit in with his second salvo here, because like the one he shot now was against the Soyuz while it was bow on. And it's like, why would you do that? Anyway, so just head on here, and because this way my chance of getting Citadel is small. It's not like non-existing, but it's smaller than if you just angle a little bit. And I don't want to get a whole salvo from this guy. So this is what I want here: get behind him and then get on the side where the turrets are pointing away from. And by the time he gets to turn his turrets, I've already sunk him. But finally the battleship comes through here. Finally he does something, and very nice. But we're down to 5 versus 4 now. I don't know how that has happened, but we do have 2 caps, and we're going to get the 3rd cap now, so it doesn't look that bad. So all we got to do now is just cap and then go hunting for the remaining destroyers, and that's it. Even if we lose this battle here, then I've made a bunch of XP, so I don't really care if we win or lose now, because there's not much you can do when battleships play like the one I have over here on my flank. That's just, yeah. Anyway, the less said, the better. So anyway, the whole point of this special play here is to make you the target for the red team. Because just assume that you are the best player on the red team, so you should take on the majority of the enemies, at least in the beginning. If you can keep a whole flank busy for the first 5 minutes, meaning at least 3 ships, it's much better if you get 4, maybe even 5 ships, no more than that. Then it starts to be a little bit much. And if you keep them busy for like 5 minutes over there on the flank, just 1 ship or 2 ships, whoever ends up sticking with you. Say you have 5 ships on your flank, that leaves only 4 ships to cover the whole rest of the map. And you will have at least 6 blues against 4 reds. And you'll probably have more than that, because just like in the beginning of this battle here, most people tend to run away when 5 ships are approaching one flank. And, they usually go and help somewhere else. Like, not like my battleship just, sailing towards the horizon. But whatever. But at least that means that you have at least 6 and more like 7 or 8 blue ships versus only like 4 or 5 red ships on the rest of the map. So it gives your team a better chance, really. Even if maybe even you get sunk after 5 minutes, but then the reds are so much out of position that you still should be able to do well. At least your team should. They should. It's always a little bit of guess here, isn't it? Anyway, I'm moving into the middle cap here because there's obviously a destroyer in here. I can't capture it, so there's someone in here hiding. So we'll just turn the sonar on, and I'm guessing he's just around this corner here. And all I have to do is just see him for a split second, and he gets that Musashi there. That was unfortunate, but just gonna keep an eye on that Yami there, because he's got a lot of kills, and he's just sitting out there, like far away from everything, and it's kind of his fault. I think that the red team is doing so poorly because he hasn't pushed in at all. So anyway, there are some torps approaching, so I have a very good idea of where the destroyer is now. So we're just, turning over towards that side, and I'm a little bit worried because I don't know where the second destroyer is, but this gearing here, I was certain where he was, and he is gone from the battle now. But there's still one destroyer left, and I don't know where he is. So in a minute, I'll show you why I highly recommend an Agile Colbert, because although this ship has 32mm armor, it is well, it's pretty soft, really. It's almost as soft as Minotaur, except that you can actually bow tank things. With this ship here, Minotaur can't bow tank anything. But if you're broadside in Colbert, you're gonna get punished just as easily as a Minotaur. Actually, sometimes a little bit worse. And I'm getting a little bit, you know, too adventurous here, because the Yami is easy. I've got him behind the island, so I don't have to worry about him. But I still don't have a clue where this last destroyer is, and he's got me spotted. And I'm just worried that he might actually shoot at me. So I'm trying to wiggle my way around here to figure out where he actually is. All I need is some torpedoes coming from somewhere, so I can actually, you know, tell for certain where he is. So the Yami is going to shoot at me now, and I wait too long. I want to get one more salvo off, and I just underestimate how slow this thing actually turns, and he takes almost all my health there. And that's Colbert for you, people. Like, if you don't get it, like, completely bow on or completely stern on, bow on is better, by the way, you will take damage in the ship here. Like, 32mm is like a theoretical. And then the Hayate, it gets his chance here, and he actually takes me out with AP from, what is that, like 6 kilometers. That's pretty well done. Anyway, we're just gonna have a look at the enemy, Hayate here, and I've skipped a little bit here because it was boring. It was just sinking the Yami. And the Shima here, he actually gets the enemy destroyer, and he wins the battle. And again, this is how I play my Colbert. Very aggressive, and also a lot of fun, and a lot of evasion tanking, which I really love. And yeah, highly recommended. So almost 3400 XP here, and we have no Krakens, no high calibers, no fancy medals. It's just playing objectives. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you out there.